Welcome to African Voices. I'm Maritopo, coming to you from the Erica A-Style Studios in Nairobi, Kenya. You know, they say when you look good, you feel good. And I'm going to introduce you to two change-making designers who want you to look good in their products and feel good about the causes behind them. We're going to start in Uganda with a woman who relies on a staff with unique abilities to create her fashion line.
Africa is a continent which welcomes everyone. It's a continent which has the resources which you can get and you earn a living out of them. You create something that will benefit both the environment and the community. Hello, I transformed the plastic waste crisis in Africa into an inclusive eco-fashion label, providing employment opportunities to people with disabilities and youth. I am Juliet Namujju and I'm a change maker.
By anyone's standards, Juliet Namujju is a remarkable young woman.
The bottle tops, the chocolate or gifts.
Orphaned at a young age, she has overcome an incredibly challenging start to life to become an inspirational woman who's giving hope and opportunities to some of Uganda's most deprived individuals and communities. Her desire to bring about change started early.
What inspired me is that ever since I was young, my grandmother was a tailor and a designer. So when she used to cut her materials, I could collect them, sew them into small dolls and my flowers using a hand needle. And as a child, this changed my mindset towards waste, and I started to see the value in protecting the environment. Even when I finished high school, she didn't have enough money for me to join the university, but I was so passionate about fashion, I decided to do a short course in fashion and design such that I can promote my skill and even I can also empower other people through the fashion skills.
Her grandmother continues to play an important part in her life.
She's the one who raised me, and she's the one who taught me how to sew and all details concerning fashion and design. Hello.
From a very young age, Juliet was a very active child. Whenever she saw her grandmother tailoring, she would grab pieces of cloth, cut them up, make dolls, and make dresses for her dolls. She would try her best to copy everything that I made until I had to let her do everything she wanted to. But usually, I told her to wait for my unfinished work, and she would begin on that. I feel great joy because I always told her not to cut my clothes, not to take any of my things, but she always insisted. But I am so joyful that she has been practicing and grown up with the craft. She brings me clothes that are nicely done, and that makes me hopeful that she will carry on with the craft.
In her formative years, a lack of money meant Juliet had to drop out of school, and she found herself at the Social Innovation Academy where she studied fashion, eventually starting her own label, Kimuli Fashionability. It specializes in turning waste into designer garments.
We are in Chitezi, Kampala, where we collect our plastic waste from. As you're seeing, this is polythene, empty milk packs, sacks. The waste is being littered everywhere. You find paper like it's not sorted at all. So we are going to sort out this waste and then take it to where we wash it, clean it, and then deliver it to persons with disabilities to turn it into upcycled garments and accessories. This is our waste collection point. As you can see, it's a site where we dump our waste from after being collected by the youths from different various communities around Uganda. Right now, after the waste is being sorted, we are washing the waste, drying it, and after we shall deliver it to people with disabilities to turn it into upcycled garments and accessories.
A quick change of outfit and Juliet is ready to show us around the production site.
Oh wow, welcome to Kimuli Fashionability production site. These are some of the products that we make out of our plastic materials. For example, this is a wallet being made out of a cement bag, and this is a makeup kit. It's durable, waterproof, unique, eco-friendly, sustainable, and it's being made out of a sugar sack and an African fabric on top.
Many of the staff in the workshop are disabled.
My name is Navagala Agnes. I am a tailor and I also train other people with disabilities to make different accessories and fabrics, like bags and also wallets.
I'm called Achille Brenda. And then I learned how to make clothes. I learned how to make sweater, how to make jacket. Products come from plastic. Me to make this one, it takes 3 hours to make it.
My name is Nadia Zahara. Kimuli Fashionability has empowered me in a way that training me the skills of fashion, not only the skills of fashion, but also in other different things, like being a cashier. All those skills have enabled me to grow.
Many of the items created here end up in shops in Uganda. Juliet is a regular visitor and supplier.
Kimuli Fashionability work has really taken me miles because of my story, because of the work that we do, not only me, but also my other team members. Since 2017, that is the first year, because we had already begun, we had just begun. It is a year where we first organized our first charity fundraising fashion show, and we were fundraising some little funds to buy sewing machines and train people with disabilities, of which it was successfully, and it was a breakthrough for us. That is when we started getting connections, that is when we won awards, that is when even more customers came in, so it was like an opening door for us to be more successfully and for us to push these two noble causes forward.
But far from resting on her laurels, Juliet is keen to push on and grow the brand. After the break, she's back at the academy where she honed her skills, and she also has a fashion show to put on.
I've been having plastic.
Still a young woman, Juliet Namujju is already an established figure on the Ugandan fashion scene. Her dedication to sustainability, as well as her determination to help others less fortunate than herself, has won her many plaudits.
Our raincoat jackets, the ones that you're seeing, last year they were being exhibited in New York for the Global Goals Week, where we raised more awareness on the way people see waste, and also changing people's perception on the way they see disability.
Both of Juliet's parents died while she was still young, and she left school before ending up here, the Social Innovation Academy. Its founder remembers the shy young girl he first encountered.
Yeah, I remember meeting Juliet in 2016. She joined us as a very, I would say, shy and a little bit timid girl that went through training to unleash her potentials, to overcome limiting beliefs. She started to set her own goals, where she wants to be in life, and she realized that there's a lot of challenges around her that she can combine to create a solution, that is finding waste materials to create as fashion, and in the end employ as well disabled people to make the fashion. So we went through a lot of design thinking processes to understand what are the challenges, how can we find solutions together, and in the end once it clicked that she was clear what she wants to do in life, she really started to be a strong personality, finding ways to create solutions, and in the end established Kimuli Fashionability as a social enterprise, which has now a lot of impact in the communities, but even customers around the world.
We are now designing the garments for the charity fundraising fashion show which is coming on board. And this is one of the jackets, but it's nice.
Even with a fashion show to prepare for, Juliet still finds time to work with young children, teaching them about the importance of sustainability and waste management.
Hello. Hello. How are you? I'm called Juliet Namujju. The reason why Kimuli Fashionability is sensitizing the kids about the proper use of waste management, it's because ever since I was young, I could collect small bottles, Tetra packs, plastic waste, and the cut-offs that my grandma used to throw at the dustbin. I could make small garments, flowers for my dresses because she could not afford buying me at least a doll that I could play with. So she didn't have money at all. So I found this that I could also train the young kids about the proper use of waste management, that we couldn't only sensitize them how they can properly handle the waste, but also they can use this plastic waste. For example, this Tetra pack, they make pencil bags for themselves.
To raise funds as well as the profile of the brand, Juliet holds fashion shows.
We are very, very happy. We expect a lot of guests. We are expecting to see people with disabilities showcasing the garments they make from plastic waste. That is the sugar sacks, cement bags, polythene bags, rice sacks, and many more. And we are also expecting the plus size models, because people think that it's only these tall models, tiny models who are supposed to walk on a runway. Expect a lot, that we can bring that inclusion into people and change people's perception on the way they see disability and plastic waste in Africa. The show was very successful in that people turned up, different people with disabilities showcased the garments they make from plastic waste. It has been successful and we are really appreciative.
Thank you so much. Thanks for believing us. Thanks for supporting people with disabilities. Thanks for learning Kimuli Fashionability.
Juliet has achieved a huge amount in a very short amount of time. Through hard work, she has changed her own life around, and now she's making significant strides in improving those of others as well.
We always look at waste is not waste, not until you waste it, and disability is not inability. I request the world to join us to make this earth a worth living in even 7 generations ahead, through supporting people with disabilities, through conserving the environment,